Good afternoon. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professionals. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professionals. Thank you all for joining us and staying with us till the end. Honorable knowledge seekers, today I am your host for the afternoon. My name is Ananna. I'm from Bangladesh. Dear knowledge seekers, I am proud to be associated with IGP. IGP is a social and ISO certified international educational and training institute. In the last 3 years, we have already served 35 million plus knowledge seekers from 100 plus countries. IGP is internationally recognized and globally accredited. We are connected to more than 450 plus professions and 4,500 plus organizations. Institute of Global Professionals IGP is the training facility for skill development which was founded in 2020 and is generating competent candidates to meet demand in the global labor market by providing professional qualifications. The Institute of Global Professionals is an education institute that provides social work globally recognized and reputable. We serve students and community resources providing holistic social work and education. We believe that it's not effective to increase one's skill just by curing formal education. So we provide effective training and consultation to generate profession generation all over the world. We distribute our services locally, nationally, and internationally to students, job seekers, job holders, and also for learners through respective campus locations and distance learning platform. We are an occupational and dependable institution. IGP is one of the famous online institutes from all over the world. Our vision is education isn't a business product, it's a part of our human rights. Based on our vision, we are trying to reach all corners of the world for free webinars, seminars, courses, award quiz competition, mentoring, and counseling, etc. On the other side, we are also trying to offer more than 100 premium services for free, like creating our portfolio website, resume builder, cover letter, motivation letter, and world knowledge platform for gathering general knowledge, which can update all day. Kids learning game website, free courses, converter sites, and many more. We help to empower you to learn to meet their expectations and dreams and become highly skilled people. We implement several training program webinars and offline online courses for youth and learners by professional traders, speakers, and coaches. Our sessions are conducted by globally renowned professionals to develop all kinds of youth and to promote the education of their abilities and personalities. Spreading knowledge is crucial for the Institute of Global Professionals. We believe that knowledge is love and light and vision. So we try to understand it so today's generation will serve them with good research and practice methods. We have must have a genuine concern for the learners. We represent more diversity, growth, and innovation are required. To lead a session with professionalism, passion, and integrity, IGP members are committed to offering effective, best quality service and continual improvement so that individuals who seek information can improve their skills level and value. Before we move to the next, let me remind don't forget to share, tag, and mention your friend in the comment box. Your support is very valuable to us. Thank you. Moving to the next, with your continuous support, we have already completed 2,250 webinars successfully. Moving to the next, with your continuous support, we have already completed 2,250 webinars successfully. Dear IGP speakers, participants, and well wishers, at this moment, this is a very important message for you all. We changed and designed our website www.eduigp.com. On this website, we have surprises for everyone. Hope you will be benefited. We already launched on our website where you can find all our previous activities together with lots of new features. But one strong point is that without an account or logged in, you cannot enjoy our services. So create your account for once with your proper information. Note that with your proper information, you will enjoy all features. With mismatches data, you can't do anything here. From now on, you have to participate in live quiz competition in our website. You replace Slido. You have to join directly on our website. Now you can check all of our previous webinars with verified e-certificates. Now it's easier and time oriented because after this session, we will not provide you with any code for certification. You have to take part in one exam. After that, if you passed, you will receive your certificate, otherwise not. But you can take part in one exam unlimited till pass. If you are an IGP speaker, you can download all your previous certificates, speakership certificate. If you are a host of IGP, you can download a certificate of gratitude. If you are an online quiz competition winner, you can download your certificate of participation. If you are selected for a lifetime membership, then you can download a certificate of lifetime membership easily. Besides this, if you participated in any award function which organizes combined support with IGP, you can download that also. You can instantly prepare and download 18 type of instant certificate from our website within a minute. Certificate of Global Professionals Membership, Certificate of Global Influencer during the pandemic, Certificate of Active Knowledge Seeker, Certificate of Social Activism activities during the pandemic, Certificate of Achievement IGP Knowledge Seeking Campaign 2020, Certificate of Achievement IGP Knowledge Seeking Campaign 2021, Certificate of Achievement IGP Knowledge Seeking Campaign 2022. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 1 Authentic Assessment in Teaching Learning. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 2 Teaching English as a Foreign Language and Assessment. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 3 Digital Classroom Engagement Tools. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 4 The New Trends in Education. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 5 Upskilling Organizational Leadership and Managerial Skills. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 6 Trends in Innovation in Mathematics Education. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 7 Research a Comprehensive Approach. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 8 Art in Teaching a Special Program in the Arts. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 9 21st Century Tools in Teaching Mathematics. Certificate of IGP Corporate Ambassador. Certificate of IGP Campus Ambassador, which you can prepare and download within a minute. From now on, you can participate in 1000 plus international level quizzes with verified certificates. Teaching tips for teachers, health tips for parents, health tips for teens, gamification tools for teachers. You can join IGP Alumni. You can check out our 50 plus premium services website for free and many more. Dear IGP well wisher, we promised previously, but lack of our technical issue, we are late sending you on time. This is a great opportunity to collect your previous credential. We solve all issue from our website. Now you can enroll, reset password, everything. You can check your dashboard for all webinar details. It's a cordial request to you. Check all buttons and pages on our website. Surely I can say you will be benefited. Thank you. But note that without any count or locked in, you cannot enjoy our services. At present, we are going to start our 2249 program, and program name is Leadership Qualities and Teamwork. And our honorable speaker is Dr. Raj Narayan Avasti. And from Manager Corporate Learning Development and Electronics Corporation of India Limited, Hyderabad, India. Hello, sir.
Thank you very much. I am very thankful to IGP for inviting me on this prestigious program. And IGP has always set a benchmark in global professional community. So, should I start my presentation?
Yes, sir. Sir, on behalf of IGP Knowledge Seeker wants to hear from me about you, sir. Now the stage is, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. So, I am very thankful to my esteemed audience. So, whether we are in any academic field or any business atmosphere, or we are working professional, leadership is very important part in our professional life. And what is leadership? It's a great question. Everybody understand. We come to know in our professional field, in our personal field. Every now and then we listen the word leadership. But what is leadership? It has been the question for years together, for centuries, how to define a leadership. It's a very simple. Leadership is the ability to develop a vision that motivates others to move with a passion toward a common goal. So here two things are very important. First is the vision that leaders and leadership should have ability to develop a vision. It is not that a well-defined vision only people can develop. No, we have to develop from very bottom, and we have to inculcate the habit to see in a vision in a right direction. And it motivates other to move. It is not only that individual is the only leader, or he or she can alone can become a leader. He or she has to motivate others to move with a passion. Passion is very important in leadership, that without passion we cannot achieve anything. So passion is the most important thing in our professional life. And for with a passion and a vision, one should move towards a common goal. Goals should also be common. In leadership, there cannot be a different goal. All the people should have a common goal. Because without common goal, we cannot achieve anything we should have the very well calculated common atmospheric goal. So, leadership is the process by which a person influences others. Leadership is not any action, it is a process. It has to go one by one because it has to be nurtured from very bottom. And a leadership should have one of the best quality, that it should have the quality to influence persons. Because if nobody is influencing, it cannot be called a leadership. So, leadership where a person influences others to accomplish an objective and directs the organization in the way that makes it more cohesive and coherent. So, this is a very, very basic thing of the leadership, that it should have the ability to develop a vision, it should motivate others to move, there should be a common goal, it should influence others to accomplish objective, because without accomplishing the objective, one cannot say that we have achieved something. Objective has to be accomplished at any cost, at any means, at any situation. No problem. We can change the objective as per a required situation, but then also it has to be accomplished. So these are the very important aspect of leadership, and these are the very important definition of leadership. Now, when we go on this definition, so again we will go very broad definition. So leadership is the process of social influence in which one person can enlist the aid and support to others by accomplishment of a common task. So here we see that two things are very important. Process of social influence. If there is no social influence, we cannot say that it's a leadership. And there must be a process, because without process, it cannot be called a leadership in which one person can enlist the aid and support of others in the accomplishment of a common task. So these are very, very important aspects of the leadership. It has to have a process to of social influence. One person should enlist the aid and support of others. The accomplishment of a common task is very, very important. So leadership is ultimately about creating a way for people to contribute to making something extraordinary happen. You see, in leadership, it cannot be just a common. To become an extraordinary, we have to do some extra from ordinary, then only we can become extraordinary. So leadership is ultimately about creating the way. Or at the outset, we should say that leadership is mainly for making the way to people contributing extraordinary happen. If they are doing normal thing, whatever they are doing yesterday, suppose yesterday production was 20%, today also production is 20%, by influencing a person, it cannot be called a leadership. For leadership, there must be a production, continuous production, and continuous upgrading. So when we upgrade the production, then only we can say that leadership is actual leadership. So these are the very important aspects of leadership. Again, I will repeat, there must be a process of social influence. If there is no social influence, it is not a leadership. And it must be a very positive way. One thing is there. If a destructive things are there, that cannot be called a leadership. For a social influence, that process must be constructive, must be positive, and it must be in a positive nature of improving the society or in nature. And here we must take the support from others. If only one man is doing everything, he is not taking the support from anybody, it cannot be called a leadership. In leadership, we have to take the support from our fellow members, our fellow brothers, our fellow community. When complete community goes in one way, then only we can see the real leadership. In many things we have seen now, in the environment, in the professional fields, sometimes if any problem is there, even the one man can lead, and their one decision, one address can influence a lot. So these are the basic things of leadership. Now, four factors of leadership. So it's a situation, communication, follower, leadership. So what are the important factors of leadership? So first factor is the leadership of the communication. There must be a proper communication, because without communication it cannot be called a leadership. Now, follower and leader must be there. Leader, as earlier in my presentation I told you, leader should have ability to make influence others. They should follow, and they should follow in the very right path. And there must be a situation, because without situation one cannot lead, nobody will listen, and then for this purpose this situation is very very important aspect of things. So one thing is there, the situation, communication, follower, and leader are very very important part of factors of leadership. When these all things will happen, then only we can say that it's a very common things for improving leadership. So again I will revise that there are four important factors of leadership: situation, communication, follower, and leader. A leader should always try to influence his followers, that in case of his or her absence, their follower can lead the situation. Suppose sometimes any situation happens that when a leader is not present, so the senior-most follower can lead and accomplish the job. That is very, very important aspect in the leadership qualities. Now, important thing is there, that what is a leader? Leader, you must have these are the qualities. Leader must have an honest understanding of who we are, what we know, and who can do. To be a successful, you should have a convincing power into others. Very important. When we are having leadership qualities, we should have a very, very convincing power of our leadership. So here two things are very important. We should understand them first. Communication. Communication is the non-verbal communication is leading. Communication is two types. It may be a verbal, it may be a non-verbal. So in the non-verbal communication is leading when the set example that communicates to your people that you would not ask them to perform anything that you do not be willing to do. Always think that the job which you cannot do, nobody will do. At any amount of things you influence, but he or she will not do. So here what we have to do, here we have to influence people, and we should become a role model for doing that work. Suppose something we have to lift on our production company. So if we start lifting the small items, we are keeping items at their own place. We don't throw our tools here and there. Then only we can say that we are becoming the role model. And when you become the role model, and people see that my leader is the role model for me, they will follow you. So one thing is very important: don't influence, don't try to pressurize somebody to do the job which you not be willing to do. Because if you are not willing to do, how you can say that somebody is willing to do their job? So it's a very, very important aspect, and one should remember. Now, bad communication harm the relation between leader and employee. Here, communication is very important. If communication is not good, the relation between leader and employee will be harmful. So, one thing is very important, that leader and employee should have the very good relation, the very good communication. So, situation, we must use our judgment to decide the best course of action. So, if we decide our judgment, we see that we have to do the good thing in our life. We must have our judgment, own judgment, because you are the people, you are the man of destiny of your own. You have to decide what is the best course of action and the leadership style needed for each situation. So this is the very, very important aspect. One should know that what type of leadership is needed for each situation. When we do in our situation, will not always work in another. Sometimes, suppose in my situation, whatever decision I have taken, whatever judgment I have taken, it may work. But the same judgment may not work for other people. So we should be very cautious and we should be very flexible to change our course of action as per the requirement. If we are able to change our action code, that is course of action as per the requirement, there is no doubt we will go at the very, very high. So here communication and situation are the very, very important aspect of leadership qualities. Now, these are the characteristics of qualities. What are the characteristics of good leadership? We will go one by one. So, it is the accurate self-assessment. There must be a accurate self-assessment, means whatever assessment we are doing is to be very accurate. Suppose we want that our college should have the very good ranking in examination. So what we have to do? We have to first find out what are our SWOT analysis of our students as well as teacher. SWOT analysis means what is our strength, what is our opportunities, what is our threat, correct? And these are the very, very important aspect of effective leadership. So we should find out that where we are lagging behind. If you come to know that we are lagging behind in mathematics, we can have some extra classes. We can keep some students in a very right position, that you have to study well in your class. You have to do very good in your examination. So if you do the accurate self-assessment, it will be very, very helpful in the effective leadership. So effective leadership starts from the accurate self-assessment, because nothing is more important than self-assessment. We should always try to self-assessment, not only for others, for our life also. We should have the self-assessment, because if you know the self-assessment, it will have the very, very effective leadership. Now the conceptualization. We should by it will come not be in one day. It will come by practice. It will come by their own efforts, or it will come by experience. So we have to conceptualize that what is the concept of this problem. If you know the concept of this thing, definitely we will go at a very, very high. So this is also very important aspect of leadership qualities. Now there comes concern with relations. Now concern should relationship means whenever we are having any relation with anybody, with our friends, with our relatives, we should have some concern. Because without concern, we cannot have the effective leadership. they should think that this man has a concern about my problem. If they come to know they are having concern about the problem, definitely they can have in a very best way. So these are the very important aspect of effective leadership. So it is not only concerned with the relationship, it is also concerned with the impact. So whatever impacts are being put in the human nature, in the human administration, it should have some impact. Without impact, nobody is going to ask anything. Now, the developing others. This is also very important effective leadership. When we are the effective leadership, we should always think it of that we should try to develop others. If you know the skill of developing others, we can have the very good leadership style. How to develop others? It doesn't come in one day. We should have our succession plan. So, in any organization, in any section, we should have the very nice succession plan that when somebody goes, they can take over immediately without any hindrance. So succession plan is very, very important for any organization. It should not be a there should not be any problem of the succession plan. It should be in a very processed way. Now the managing group processes. This is also very important. Group processes are so important that we should manage. Suppose as a leader, we are working on mechanical field, somebody is working on electronics, somebody is working on chemical. So what we should do, we should have a very good process of managing. Because if we can manage the chemical, mechanical, electronics, electrical, civil, environment, HR, anything. So managing is very, very important for effective leadership. So definitely effective leadership will be only who can manage the group processes. If somebody is not able to manage the group process, I am very sure that he or she cannot have the effective leadership qualities. Now, proactively is very important. Each and every effective leader should have the proactive mindset. Proactive means, suppose today I am active and I am, so suppose some training program is going on in our organization. So what happened? If you want to have a effective leadership, we should understand that what are the requirements of the management, what are the requirements of our training managers, and what are the requirements of people. So if you come to know that these are the requirements, what we will do, we will be very proactive and we will have a very good mindset, and by this proactivity people can go ahead. Proactivity is very, very important in effective leadership. If somebody is proactive, I am very sure that they can have the very good life, very good organization, and they can lead at any situation. Now, self confidence. Self confidence is very important because as a leader, as an effective leader, you should have the self confidence. If I am not having self confidence, if a speaker is not having the self confidence, how they can have the qualities of effective leadership? So first, they should have the self confidence and they should know, yes, this is going to be there. So they can analyze the situation, they can have the sample survey, they can talk to people, and they can ask from the people that what are the things which we can do. So these are the very, very important aspects of the self confidence. Now, specialized knowledge. In effective leadership, we cannot the have the lead the people. They want that you should have some knowledge. Now that knowledge should not It cannot be staggered way. That knowledge should be in very specialized way. Suppose training and development process is there. So in training and development, they should know that what are the things, what is my domain, in which domain we can do in best way. So these are the very, very important aspects of specialized knowledge. Now the use of specialized power, this is also very important. That we should always use the very, very specialized power to have a good effective leadership. So these are the very important aspects of the effective leadership, very important characteristics. Again, I will repeat, it should be the accurate self-assessment, it should have a conceptualization, concern with relationship, concern with impact, developing others, then managing group processes, proactively, self-confidence, and specialized knowledge, use of specialized power. So these are the very important aspects of the characteristics of effective leadership. Each one of whether we are in the teaching field, as a teacher, these all things are very important, especially proactive. Suppose you want to go to take the class, be prepared. You should know that what my student can ask the questions. If they are asking this question, what will be my answer? One more thing is there, they should have the very specialized knowledge. Suppose same question can be asked from different ways. Suppose somebody want to understand something, so it is not only that only one answer is sufficient. A teacher should know that what is the level of my student and at what level I should go to teach my students. So that is very, very important aspect and characteristics of effective leadership. Now the dynamic team. Dynamic team must be there for a best teachers is focus on results. Always dynamic team will always focus on result. So our result should be in front of us. They should always see that what is result, how it can be influenced with others. So these are the very, very important aspect of dynamic team. Now the focus on results. We should always focus on results means we should have a very well time bound our curriculum. We should see. Now suppose now examinations are going on after some time and we are make the a leader of examination team for conducting. So we should always see when we should start our meeting, on which day examination will start, on which day examination will finish. Each and everything we should have the very fundamental values and fundamental things when we make this results orientation program. Now it encourages open communication. So whenever any dynamic team is there, their conversation will be in a very open communication. There won't be any hindrance, there won't be any miscommunication, whatever from X side. Suppose there are two sides, X side, Y side. X side will respect the questions raised by Y side, and Y side will also respect the questions raised by X side. So we should not fail. Uh, Actually, we should be very proud. Proudly, we can say that whenever we want to have this type of session, there must be open communication. There should not be any type of hindrance. There should not be any type of discouragement. They should encourage. Let us come together. You are also working for best. I am also working for best. Let us make it together, and when we two best will be there, it will be best square. So that should be our things, and on this basis, we should try to understand the level of our teaching. Now, clarify roles and responsibilities. That is also very important. We should always clarify that what is my role. Now, suppose as the examination in charge, our role is we should know what is my role. My role is to conduct examination. My role is to give roll numbers to students, collect the question papers from faculties. We should make the examination plan, correct? We should have the very good seating arrangement. Each and every student should know that where his or her seat is allotted. We should have the good ample environmental facility, good air circulation, drinking problem, all these things we should have. So these are things are comes under the roles. Now the responsibilities are there. One should know his or her responsibility and they should never go beyond their responsibilities because if somebody is having time, then only they should go. They should try to fix themselves from their own responsibility. Because if we are very much he gives importance to our responsibility, definitely other man who is in the other end, he will also feel. It is not like that we should not help to others. We should always be ready to help others. But we should see that whenever anything is there, we should try to fix our own responsibilities and we should comply. Now, build upon individual strength. That is also very important. We should build the individual strength. There must be a capacity building program. There must be a development program. Suppose some employees there and they are having the very good knowledge. We should take them to other organizations. We should take them to different teams. We should see that how our environment, how our people can enhance their capacity building. So this is also very, very important aspect of the leadership. These are the important aspects of leadership qualities. And when we are a good leader, then only teamwork starts. Remember, individual one may be a very good, he or she may do a very wonderful job. But what is when they are working on peer groups, they are working on as a teamwork. So here people should be good on the teamwork. If they are good in teamwork, there is no problem. They can do very, very wonderful works. So they should be very perfect on teamwork. Now, resolve disagreements. This is also very important. Disagreement will be there. We cannot say that there should not be any disagreement in any society, in any office, in any educated environment. There must be a disagreement. But let us come together. We will sit in a table. We will have a cross questioning to each other. And let us come together. I know some of the facts you may be good, some of the facts I may be good, some of the facts we will be common good. So we should analyze that what is good in our curriculum. And based on that, we will go all together and we will resolve the disagreement. We must respect the disagreement. If there is no disagreement, I am very sure that we are going in the very, very wrong path. Because everything I cannot do correct, everything you cannot do correct. Sometimes, due to pressure, due to our personal reasons, we may deviate from our responsibilities. So we should see that how to resolve disagreements. So that is very, very important aspect of dynamic team. Now encourage creativity. We should always encourage the creativity. Creativity is very important. Whenever we are going from one thing to another, when we are going from one place to another place, from one domain to another domain, it is not like that whatever work was going on earlier, same thing will be also carry on. Then there is no use of putting somebody. there we must encourage creativity. Creativity must be encouraged, because if creativity is not encouraged, what will happen? People will not have any sense of doing work. So there must be a creativity. Creativity must be encouraged. Same time, I would also emphasize that creativity must be respected also. If somebody is doing creative work, he or she must be encouraged. Because without encouragement, people will not have any moral sense, and they will feel whatever going on, let it go, because nobody is appreciating my efforts. So these are the very, very important things. Now, evaluate its own effectiveness. That is also very important. We are working in some organization, so we should evaluate our own effectiveness. It can be done by ourselves also. It can be done by giving one questionnaire to our fellows also. And it must be a very important, very confidential. We can ask our fellow members that what are the things you do not like on me, what are the things we are lagging behind. So like this, if you are doing, we can have our own evaluation of effectiveness. So our own evaluation of effectiveness is very, very important aspect for a dynamic team, because the teamwork and leadership both are very interconnected. If our teamwork is good, definitely you can say that our are good. If our leader is having very good quality, definitely team will also be good. But it is not 100% correlated. Both should check to each other. So here now the leaders in teams, what are the good qualities of leaders in team? Need to be inspirational. Think it that the leader must be inspirational. He or she should have the good looking of vision. It is not a mental or it is not only physical, it is not physical, but they should have the very good vision and mission. Because people will ask, why I should inspire you? What is the things by which I can inspire from you? So if you have a vision, if you have a mission, we can do a lot. Have a vision for the future. For the future, we should have the vision. We should see that my college, my organization is going where in 2030, when we'll have the first January 1st day of 2030, where will be the position of my organization? That we should always see. So it's a very important aspect, and we should have one thing we should be there. This vision must be a calculated one. It must be measured. I am having a vision for future, but if there is no implementation, there is no execution, there is no use of vision, and it will be always a vision of future. So we must have the calculated sense. We should see that how to uh, get perfected in my vision, build the trust, cohesion, and unity. When we are working in any organization, we should always build and trust. We should always feel that my interest is below the interest of my su- juniors. We should always keep the interest of our fellow colleagues, our organization above our personal interest. Because if they see that we are working in this area, definitely they will see that my leader is very inspirational. Now, facilitate decision making. This is also important. First, we have to know the decision taking. Decision taking is very important, because when we take the decision, then only we are going to making of the decision. So this is a very, very important aspect of decision making. Then expand the competencies of members. We should see that we should have the competency of members. We should always expand. We should have the capacity building program. We should have the catalytic program. program, and we should always have the competency in a very expanding way, very expanding way. Our all the members, they should have the very broad way of expanding their competencies. Now the foster creativity and capitalized on the organization's diversity. Now the creativity must be fostered, because if somebody is creative, we should always see that creativity must be nurtured, and it must be regulated in such a way that it goes from one man to another man, from one DV section to another section, from one department to another department, and we should capitalize in the organization diversity, because each and every organization will have a very diversified nature of doing work. So for that purpose, this creativity is very important, and we should nurture and we should foster. As we work in any organization, so suppose we come to know that any creative idea my juniors they have given, my seniors anybody has given any creative idea, we must look after and we must foster, and we should put our idea into his or her idea, that how it will be useful. So this is very important aspect of the leaders in the team, and it is one of the most important activity. Now the manage the change. One thing you should remember, that anything is there, anything may come or may not come in life, but changes will come. Nobody can stop the changes. From today, it will be tomorrow, it will be day after tomorrow. Everything may be same, but something will change. So we should be able to manage the change. And always we should think that change is always for our betterment. Change are always for our upliftment. Change is always for improving my efficiency. If you know that this thing, we can have the very good life in our professional field. Normally, what happens? We feel that this change has come to distract my attention, or this has come to destroy my skill. So there, what we should do, we should always try to manage our changes. We should always feel there should not be any problem. These are the very important aspects of leaders in team. So again, I will repeat: need to be inspirational, have a vision for the future, build trust, cohesion, and unity, facilitate decision making, expand the competencies of members, foster creativity and capitalized on the organizational diversity, manage the change. So if these things are there, definitely we can say that we have the good leaders in team. Without these, team cannot develop. It can go on. It will be only going, it will not be any growing. So further, and one day the team will uh, have a very diversified nature of doing work, and it will not have a team in good sense if you do not have these things. Now, the more important thing, teamwork done by the group to achieve a common goal, cross training. So preparing to do many different activities of team planning, setting goals, assigning roles, making agreement, sharing responsibility, communicating regularly. These are very important aspects of. So prepare to do many different activities in team planning. Team planning, we should have the different type of activities should be there, and each and every activity should be given to different type of people. Now the setting goals, we should know how to set the goals, and goal must be attainable. We should try to attain the goal, and we should see that how my goal is being achieved. So goal must be achievable. Then assigning the roles, we should always assign to role. to our juniors. Nobody should be left without roles, making agreements, sharing responsibility. This is also very important. In our practical life, what happens? Suppose we are having a work of 1 hour and that work has been finished in 50 minutes. So 10 minutes we should not waste our time. We should see that our fellow friends they are doing any work, how you can share the responsibility, how you can share with them. These are the very important aspects. And if we share the responsibility, definitely we can do in a very, very best way. Now, communicate regularly. That is also very important. We should always communicate with our friends, with our colleagues regularly. Because if you do not communicate, how we can come to know that we are going in a very, very right direction? So communication is very important and it must be regular. It must be a very punctual manner. It must be in a very, very professional way. Because communication, when we communicate, we come to know each other that what is my problem, what is your problem, how you can see how how you can see, then only we can come to know that what are the importance of communicating regularly. So these are very important aspects. Again, I will remind you, preparing to do many different activities of team planning, setting goals, correct, assigning roles, making arrangement, sharing responsibility, and communicating regularly. So uh, these are the very important aspects. Again, what are the benefits of team efficiency, combined strength, mutual support? We'll have a job satisfaction, we'll have a personal development, improve the relationship. So here three things are very important. We should have the job satisfaction, we should have the personal development, we should have the improved relationship. So if you are working in a team work and having a good efficiency, we are having the combined strength of mutual support, we will have a job satisfaction. If job satisfaction is there, definitely teamwork will be more. Then personal development. With personal development also, we can have the teamwork efficiency and personal development plays a very, very vital role because only by team development only we can have the good personal development. Now the improved relationship, if we are having the team work efficiency, combined strength, mutual support, definitely we are going to have a very, very improved relationship. So with this, these are very important aspects of mutual support. Now, mutual support is not only support to each other. We should know mutual support means suppose my fellow colleague is doing any work, he or she suppose lagging behind due to something, we should try to help without his or her telling. Then only we can see that we are having a very, very mutual support. So thanks for your gracious presence. Any question, please? I'll be very thankful to answer any question on my presentation to my esteemed audience. Thank you. Thank you very much. Any question is there? So uh, I will, you can ask any question on my topic. Definitely, I'll be very happy to answer your questions. Thank you.
Once again, thank you so much, Honorable Sir, for your time in IGP. We have learned a lot from you with new topics. It will add some value to our day-to-day activity along with our academic and professional growth. Honorable Sir, hope to Hello, sir.
Yes, I'm listening.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir. After presentation, I hope our knowledge seekers can learn something new, which was our only intention. Learn and grow together, IGP knowledge seekers. Once again, thank you so much, dear sir, for your presentation. Now, sir, it's time for our questionnaire session, which is the one
thank
more
you.
valuable part of our regular webinar. Honorable sir, please stay with us. After a short video, we will be back in our session part 2, which is the questionnaire part. Dear IGP knowledge seekers, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After questionnaire, we have webinar certification and online quiz competition. Dear IGP knowledge seekers, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After questionnaire, we have webinar certification and online quiz competition. Dear IGP knowledge seekers, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After questionnaire, we have webinar certification and online quiz competition. Dear IGP knowledge seekers, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After questionnaire, we have webinar certification and online quiz competition. Sir, our question is good evening, sir. How does leadership style affect teamwork? Thank you, sir. I don't get is.
Yeah, okay. I'm very thankful to Aaron that you have asked a very wonderful question that how does leadership style affect teamwork? You see, if a leadership is very autocratic and if they are taking any, they are not in summative. So if leadership is very autocratic, the leader says that only whatever I am telling that is only correct, definitely it will affect the teamwork. When we are working in a teamwork, we have to in very summative and we have to take together everybody in we should have the very democratic type of leadership. We should listen to others, what other people wants. So that is very, very important aspect of our leadership. So leadership affects in the teamwork. If you are in an autocratic way, we say in a dictatorship, whatever I say, that is only correct. It will affect the leadership. In leadership, always we should try that we should have the very democratic way of style. It will improve the teamwork also, and it will improve the effect of leadership. Thank you. Thank you. Any more
Once
questions
again,
there?
thank you so much, Honorable Sir. No, I think we don't have any question. Oh, there is another question, sir. Wait. Hi, sir. How can we demonstrate good leadership and teamwork in the workplace? Thank you.
Thank you, Queenie, and you have also asked a very contemporary and very important that how can we demonstrate. So always we should see that when we are working in any organization, we are talking about leadership, teamwork, many theories are there. But how we can demonstrate? So by there are many things are there. We must be very punctual. We must be very disciplined, and we must be a role model in front of our fellow colleagues, in front of our students. Suppose you are a teacher. I do not know that Queen you are from which domain. Suppose you are a teacher, so you should always show the punctuality. You should have always show the very high grade of professionalism, very high grade of competency on your subject. These are the very important things by which we can demonstrate good leadership and teamwork in the workplace. Because workplace cannot be only office. The workplace can be a classroom also. There, suppose we are coming in time, we are leaving also time in our class. We are not wasting even a single second. We are doing checking the homework, classwork of our students in a very time manner. So our teamwork, and so it will affect. We can utilize the potential of our students. So these are the things in a classroom. Suppose we are working in any professional way, then also same things applies there also. But definitely these good things will affect the leadership and teamwork. Thank you.
Once again, thank you so much, Honorable Sir, for your time in IGP. We have learned a lot from you with new topics. It will add some value to our day-to-day activity along with our academic and professional growth. Honorable Sir, hope to see you again with a new topic and a new date. Thank you, sir. Take care.
So thank you, IGP, and thank you to you also. You have uh, directed this program in the most professional way. Really, I am very proud of you and the way you have taken. A long journey is ahead in front of you. Keep growing ahead. My blessings are always with you. And IGP has always set a benchmark in very global professional community. We are always with IGP and keep going ahead. Thank you, and I will be the part of this program always. Thank you very much. Thank you. All the best.
Thank you so much, sir. Honorable Sir, before we move to the next webinar certification process, if you want to leave this studio, you can, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
IGP
Thank you.
Knowledge.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. IGP Knowledge Seeker, it's time for the webinar certification process, the most attractive and powerful part of our regular webinar. After a short video, we will start our webinar certification. After webinar certification, we have an online quiz competition and quiz certification. So the certificate instruction is visit www.eduigp.com. Please make sure your presence on our website. Find a running session and get enrolled. After watching or completing part 1 video session, click mark as complete. Move to the next, which is the learning test quiz. Passing mark is 80%. If pass, back to the course again to download your certificate. If fail to retake the quiz, download your certificate in PDF and JPG. For your attention, I am going to share the procedure again. Certificate instruction is visit www.eduigp.com. Please make sure your presence on our website. Sign up or sign in. Find a running session and complete part 1 video session. Click mark as complete. Move to the next, which is a learning test quiz. Passing mark is 80%. If passed, back to the course again to download your certificate. If failed, to retake the quiz. Download your certificate in PDF or JPG. Dear IGP Knowledge Seeker, it's time for the most engaging part of this webinar, which is an online quiz competition, which is our regular webinar activity. We changed a few process for online live quiz competition. Note that after live, no one can participate. Participation process is now time for the online quiz competition. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instruction carefully. Now time for the online quiz competition. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instruction carefully. Visit www.eduigp.com and sign up or sign in. Without this, you can join live quiz competition anymore. Browse the live quizzes button or given link, find the session name and join with your locked website or user account. Click join and wait for a few minutes for others to join. Enjoy an online live quiz competition. After a short video, we will start our live quiz competition. So our first question is leadership qualities are essential at work. Option A or option B? And the correct answer is option A, and 96% people are correct. And our next question is, which one is not for the qualities for successful team leadership? Option A or option B? The correct answer is option B. 96% people are correct. And our A team leader must apply their leadership knowledge and skills and display core leadership qualities of a cadet. Option A or option B? And the correct answer is option A, and 96% people are correct. And our next question is, can you show leadership qualities even if you aren't a team captain? Option A or option B? And the correct answer is option A, and 96% people are correct. And our next question is, leadership and having clear goals are qualities that make a good team. Option A or option B? The correct answer is option A, and 100% people are correct. And our next question is, an adult who exhibits leadership qualities in the workplace. Option A or option B? And the correct answer is option B, and 91% people are correct. And our next question is, these participants can demonstrate leadership qualities and are strong team and individual players. Option A or option B? And the correct answer is option B, and 96% people are correct. And our next question is, it is important for team members others than leaders to possess leadership qualities. Option A or option B? And the correct answer is option A, and 83% people are correct. And our next question is, transitional is leadership that focuses on team performance and teamwork. Option A or option B? And the correct answer is option A, and 17% people are correct. And our next question is, teamwork enhances leadership quality. Option A or option B? And the correct answer is option B, and 39% people are correct. Congratulations to our webinar online quiz competition winner top 10. Congratulations again. We will take a few minutes to finalize the result, and after that we will issue our online quiz competition certificate on our website and official Facebook page, Institute of Global Professionals. Congratulations to our webinar online live quiz competition winner top 10. Congratulations again. We will take a few minutes to finalize the result, and after that we will issue our online quiz competition certificates on our website and official Facebook page, Institute of Global Professionals. Congratulations to our webinar online quiz competition winner top 10, and congratulations again. We will take a few minutes to finalize the result, and after that we will issue our online live quiz competition and certificates on our website and official Facebook page, Institute of Global Professionals. At the end of our session, we can say properly, fit your skill, never stop learning, because life never stops teaching us. Be happy and stay safe. See you again and again. We want your participation in every program. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. Albert Einstein. Before I say or hit the end live button, again wants to thank all IGP knowledge seekers for your active participation as always. See you in the next session. Thank you.